Hey everyone, Zia here and welcome back to the channel. I have some absolutely insane and important updates for you today, okay? Let's jump right into it. Okay, stop what you are doing. Can you believe it? $100,000 visa fee and a 24-hour deadline that's left thousands scrambling. Is this a policy or an absolute travel nightmare? That's right, President Trump just signed a proclamation hiking the H-1B visa fee to a mind-boggling $100,000 annually. And look at this on screen, it's a staggering figure that's caught everyone off guard. India's Ministry of External Affairs immediately reacted, stating this isn't just about money, it's about humanitarian consequences disrupting families. But hold on, because it gets crazier. Because companies were given a mere 24-hour window for employees abroad to return. You can see the chaos this deadline causes. And the implications are just mind-blowing. NASSCOM says this impacts India's tech services, creating massive uncertainty for businesses. Plus, immigration experts like Cyrus Mehta are warning that H-1B holders outside the US could be left stranded. The proof is in the details, and the details are brutal for thousands. The MEA is calling for dialogue, reminding everyone about the mutual benefits of skilled talent mobility between our nations. But with families disrupted and careers on the line, what's the real endgame here, and who really pays the price for this sudden, drastic change? In other news, a surprising development has just come to our attention. Okay, Zo News fam, brace yourselves. An executive order just hit like a shockwave, turning over 1 million lives upside down overnight. Is this a genius move or a catastrophic blunder? President Trump just signed an executive order, slapping a whopping $100,000 annual fee on H-1B visas. Look at this text on screen. It says H-1B fee, $100,000 annually. This instantly plunged countless Indian professionals into a scramble, rushing to beat the September 21st deadline. And the proof is right here. It says deadline chaos. The White House says this is all about protecting American jobs, stopping what they call free visas and low-wage workers. And this is where it gets crazy. They actually launched a $1 million gold visa alongside it. When you see this detail on screen, gold visa, $1 million, it makes you wonder what the true priority is. But here's the wild part. Immigration attorneys are already gearing up for massive legal challenges. As this text overlay shows, legal battle ahead, they argue that setting such fees is Congress's job, not an executive order. This isn't just a policy change, it's a constitutional showdown. Major tech companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Infosys, who rely on H-1Bs, are now scrambling to reevaluate their strategies. This policy could either redefine global talent pools or severely cripple American innovation. Zo News fam, is this a strategic play for jobs or a self-inflicted wound for the U.S. economy? All right, moving on to our next story. Hold on to your seats, Zo News, because a harrowing crash in Ahmedabad is blowing wide open and the official story just doesn't add up. A flight plunges seconds after takeoff. What really happened in that cockpit? Okay, Zo News, here's what we know. Air India Flight AI-171, 260 lives lost, just 32 seconds after leaving Ahmedabad. But the families of the victims are pointing fingers, not at the airline, but at the manufacturers, Boeing and Honeywell. They claim defective fuel cutoff switches were to blame. Look at this on-screen detail. Fuel switches to blame? It's a shocking accusation. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, cleared these switches as safe. So how could this happen? The lawsuit alleges the design and placement of these switches, right below the thrust levers, made them prone to accidental activation. Imagine a simple brush, and boom, engines cut out. This text overlay highlights the crucial question, FAA approved yet dangerous. And the proof is in the details here, Zo News. But here's the shocking twist. The black box recording captures one pilot asking another, "Why did you shut off the fuel?" And the co-pilot's chilling response, "I did not." Look closely at this text overlay. Pilot, "I did not." Fuel switches were flipped to cut off mid-flight. They reset them in 14 seconds, but it was too late. Critical thrust lost, seconds from disaster. And get this, Zo News. While Air India may not have performed all suggested inspections, the AAIB says all applicable directives were complied with. So, regulators gave the green light, but a pilot says, I did not shut off fuel. Experts say accidental activation is highly unlikely. So, is this a design flaw Boeing and Honeywell refuse to admit, or is there something else lurking in the shadows? What do you think happens next? Okay, from the world of politics to the world of entertainment. Okay, Zoe Squad, prepare yourselves. The global economic chessboard just got turned upside down. Massive tariffs, secret meetings, and a phone call that nobody saw coming. Are we on the brink of a new world order, or is this all just a clever play? What in the world is happening? The whispers started last week when U.S. negotiator Brendan Lynch met with India's Rajesh Agrawal for positive discussions on a bilateral trade agreement. And now, the Commerce Minister, Piyush Goyal, is heading to the U.S. on September 22nd. The text you see on screen, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyalheads to U.S. SEP 22 confirms the mission, intensified efforts for a trade deal. But Zoe Squad, that's just the surface. Because get this, Zoe Squad, just weeks before these positive discussions, the U.S. slapped India with a massive 50% tariff and hit them with a 25% penalty for buying Russian crude oil. As the text on your screen screams, shocking, 50% tariff on imports, 25% for Russian oil, it completely changes the game. But here's the shocking twist. How do you go from such severe penalties to positive talks overnight? Then, just a day before PM Modi's 75th birthday, former President Trump called his friend and thanked him for supporting an end to the Russia-Ukraine war. Trump posted it on Truth Social. As you can clearly see on screen, Trump has surprise call to PM Modi. Modi responded on X, echoing commitment to peace and partnership. And this is where it gets interesting. Was this surprising gesture a coincidence, or a carefully orchestrated move to reset ties? So, Zoe Squad, what do you think? Are these intense trade negotiations truly about economics, or is the Trump-Modi phone call a key piece of a larger geopolitical puzzle? Is this a genuine reset, or just another chapter in a high-stakes global power play? Drop your theories in the comments below. And now for something on a lighter note. Picture this, a single signature just dropped a bomb on thousands of lives and careers overnight. $100,000 just to keep your job? Everyone, is this about skills or something far bigger? Okay, everyone, you are not going to believe what we uncovered. President Trump just signed off on a proclamation, hiking the H-1B visa fee to an unbelievable $100,000 annually. Look at this text, the America First agenda pushing this staggering amount. This isn't just a fee, it is a gate. But here's the shocking twist. India's Ministry of External Affairs immediately hit back. They are flagging massive humanitarian consequences and serious disruption to families. See what they are highlighting right here on screen. Family disruption predicted. This isn't just about jobs, it is about lives torn apart. And the implications are just mind-blowing. The Trump administration's justification? To ensure highly skilled individuals and prevent replacing Americans. But when you look at the data, 70% of these visas go to Indian tech pros. Check out the text on the screen. 70% plus Indian tech pros. This rule directly targets their careers. So, what's the real endgame here? Everyone. Major companies like JP Morgan and Microsoft are already advising H-1B holders to stay in the U.S. or return before the deadline. Is this a brilliant move to boost American jobs, or a catastrophic blow to global talent and families? Drop your theories in the comments below. Okay, up next, you guys are not going to believe this. Okay, crew, buckle up because the U.S. immigration landscape just got a seismic shakeup. A bombshell fee hike is hitting H-1B visas, but what does this mean for thousands of families caught in the crossfire? The Trump administration just signed a proclamation making it official. Companies now face a staggering $100,000 annual fee for H-1B workers. White House officials say this is about protecting American jobs, but look at the impact on these sectors. And this is where it gets crazy. Officially, the story is about H-1B visa holders, but what about their families? The H-4 visa ties spouses and children directly to that H-1B status. If the primary worker loses their job, everyone loses their legal stay. Now, look at this. Tech giants are waving red flags. And the implications are just mind-blowing. The article shows us that while H-4 visa rules themselves haven't changed, the new H-1B fee could treat re-entry as a fresh application. That's why big names like Amazon and Microsoft are advising H-4 families to avoid international travel right now. Can you believe this? This isn't just about a fee. It's about the security of thousands of families and the future of critical industries. With 71% of H-1B beneficiaries from India, this move echoes globally. So, crew, is this move about protection, or is it a massive disruption? Drop your theories below. And just when you thought the day couldn't get any stranger. Okay, picture this. A high-stakes cricket showdown, a chase already on the edge, and then a critical wicket tumbles in the opening over. What just happened on the pitch? This is the Asia Cup Super Fours. Bangladesh, fresh off a nail-biting qualification, faced an unbeaten Sri Lanka. Skipper Littendas chose to bowl first in Dubai, hoping to exploit the conditions. Sri Lanka set a challenging target, and look at this scoreboard right here, clearly showing Sri Lanka's final score. Sri Lanka's innings was powered by a stunning 50 from Dasan Shanaka, who smashed 64 off just 37 balls. His explosive batting kept Sri Lanka in the game, ending their innings with a 6. But here's the shocking twist. Bangladesh bowlers fought hard to restrict them under 170. Then came Bangladesh's chase. Early drama as Nuwan Thashara struck, cleaning up Tanzit Hassan in the first over, and you can see that critical dismissal shown on screen here. But hold on, because it gets crazier. Saif Hassan and Littendas tried to stabilize, with Hassan even hitting a massive 6 and a boundary. Just 2.5 overs in, Bangladesh stands at 23 for 1, facing a daunting 168. With the pressure mounting and wickets crucial, can they recover from this early setback and chase down Sri Lanka's total? Now, for a look at what's happening in the world of finance. Okay, Zoe Squad, prepare for impact. States across India are drowning in debt, and a shocking new report is pointing fingers directly at the center. Is this deliberate or a disaster in the making? The CAG report confirms it. Public debt has tripled in just a decade. We're talking 17.57 lakh crore in 2013 to a mind-boggling 59.6 lakh crore by 2022. And the numbers are just staggering. Congress calls it coercive federalism and cess politics. They say the center isn't sharing revenues, especially from cesses. Rs 1.7 lakh crore is collected annually from cesses and surcharges, but look at this. The center keeps it all. But here's the wild part. The GST compensation cess, meant for states, expired in 2022. Now, it is used only to repay central loans, with no constitutional mandate beyond October 2025. Yet the center wants to hold it exclusively. This isn't just about money, it's about control. Critics warn this strategy could turn states into glorified municipal committees. Is India's federal structure under threat, and what does this mean for your state's future? Alright, that's all for today. Don't forget to hit that button. It really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Zoe News.